Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Ms. Kimberly Clark Sharp's own near-death experience has helped her work extensively with people who are dying.
I love working with dying people. I love it because it's the end of their life. It's a holy time for them. And to be a part of that is such an honor. But my contribution is that I have no fear of death. I know they're just going to another place. They're not here, but they're not gone. I don't know how to describe it.
Discovering life's purpose through a near-death experience. Interview with Ms. Kimberly Clark Sharp, Part 3 of 3. Continue watching to find out more.
Hello, graceful viewers. I'm Vidya. The loving people of Bhutan, thank you for all your caring actions towards others. May your life always be filled with divine grace. Welcome to the concluding episode of Discovering Life's Purpose Through a Near-Death Experience. Interview with Ms. Kimberly Clark Sharp. After her own near-death experience, Ms. Sharp struggled emotionally for many months as she gradually integrated this life-altering experience into her life. She later discovered that many other people also felt disoriented after their near-death experience and needed support. Thus, in 1982, she founded the Seattle International Association for Near-Death Studies, the first of its kind in the world.
The Seattle International Association for Near-Death Studies, which we abbreviate to Seattle IANS, again, is one of many groups around the world. But I'm gotta say, I'm proud of the fact, though, that Seattle was the first. And it came about because the people that were researching this and who had founded IANS itself, they were interested in doing research, but not interested in caring for all the people that were descending upon them who needed help. So one of the researchers, Dr. Kenneth Ring, by name, and he came up with the idea of groups. And I was, again, a social worker. My graduate work at the University of Washington was in group work, so I knew how to make a group happen. And by then, I knew of 3 near-death experiencers who were interested in getting together and starting what we call Seattle IANS. So there were 4 of us. We met in a living room. We'd all had near-death experiences. We all shared, and we all felt better. So we thought, well, let's do this again. So we did it the next month. 25 people came up. We like, who are you people? Well, they just heard. There was that kind of hunger. And we finally had to move out of a living room, and then we met at a restaurant around a table. Then we were too big for that, and on and on. And so the effect that has had on people, I know, has been beneficial, because it's been the group's job and the organization's job and other organizations who also support near-death experiences to provide validation, emotional support, a shoulder to cry on if need be, hugs, and people feel better. Mm-hmm. And it's like a ripple effect, though, because they leave our group and they feel better, so they're nicer to other people. And those people feel better, so they're nicer to other people. And so what I feel like been part of contributing to is just a nicer place to live. And again, it goes back to the love. So it's been probably my greatest honor to have done this group work and have supported the subject and the people having the near-death experiences. Some say that 10,000 separate people have been through the door. We do have big meetings, but there are support groups like ours all over the world now. So I feel like, why am I still alive? I think I've done a good job of being in service, but I'm glad to be alive. I love life. I treasure it. It's a gift. So I encourage people to be grateful, even if life is hard. Look for the love, and we'll all be okay.
After her near-death experience, Miss Sharp could see or feel the presence of angels. We asked her, through her own experience and that of others to whom she has spoken, if she believes that all people have an angel?
Yes, everybody has what we call guardian angels. Many people I've talked to who've had a near-death experience are also greeted by a guardian angel or a guide who shows them places that are very important. But after coming back from death myself, I began to see what we call angels. How I see them, I don't have an example here, but for one, they're huge, very big, of the ones I've seen. But it's like looking at contained water. I can see their shape, but I also can see through them. And I see them in places where comfort is needed, hospitals, libraries. The last time I saw an angel with my eyeballs, now I sense them, but for a long time, years and years and years, I saw them. I was at a piano concert with a friend, and there was a big angel on the piano having the best time. And I turned to my friend and said, oh, there's an angel on the piano. And when I turned back, I didn't see the angel any longer. And I have seen as many as 25 around me. So sometimes angels come to us because we need comfort. Sometimes we need guidance. Sometimes we need to be tripped and fall so that we learn how to get up on our own. They have assignments. It's fascinating. I love it.
We will take a moment to thank our angels for caring for us so diligently. We will be back after this important message. Welcome back to our program. After her near-death experience, Miss Sharp realized that life continues after we shed our body. As a result, she has no fear of death. This has helped her in her extensive work with dying people.
So this is where I get tearful, to tell you the truth, because I love working with dying people. I love it because it's the end of their life. It's a holy time for them. And to be a part of that is such an honor. But my contribution is that I have no fear of death. I know they're just going to another place. They're not here, but they're not gone. I don't know how to describe it. But to be with someone and not be afraid of death myself, dying people know that. And so it's a comfort that my near-death experience has provided for me that I can pass on to other people. And that's the biggest honor that I have, is working with people at the end of their lives and bringing them peace and comfort and hope for their families, that they're going to be together again.
In current times, more people than ever before are reporting having a near-death experience. Are these near-death experiences changing our world in some way?
I'd like to think it's a better place. And I want to believe that at some point the darkness that is on earth, that causes wars, that causes crime, that causes scary situations for others, that eventually more and more people will come back from near-death experience so full of love that it will affect the darkness. It's like bringing the light in. And because of resuscitation, which is now available globally, more and more people are resuscitated and are coming back. So I'm watching the rise of kindness and love all the time. That's good to observe.
When Miss Sharp had her near-death experience, she learned that the purpose of her life on earth was to be of service to others. How can each of us learn and live according to our life's purpose?
Everything in terms of how to live one's life boils down to love, actually. There's many forms of love. Sometimes it's opening a door for someone who's struggling. Sometimes it's helping someone cross the street. Sometimes it's listening to someone very boring on the phone, but you're doing a kindness. But on a bigger scale, and there is a bigger scale, twice I have talked to near-death experiencers. They didn't know each other, but each one of these people within their near-death experience found themselves in a huge arena, bigger than anything on earth. I mean, hard to describe, so big. And everyone in the arenas were watching giant screens, but we're talking like skyscraper, beyond, even more than that. And it was like being at a huge sporting event, except on the screen, everyone was watching a person. And when that person did an act of kindness, everyone cheered and applauded and looked at each other and said, "Oh, that's great," because of an act of kindness. And it doesn't have to be a big act of kindness. It's any act of kindness. So my best advice, my pearl of wisdom of all, is be nice. Just be nice. You'll be glad you did.
At the conclusion of the interview, Ms. Sharp shared her thoughts about Supreme Master Ching Hai and our international association.
I would like to say that the work of this organization that you represent is very important because you are bringing comfort and words of wisdom and information to others around the world. So it's been an honor and a privilege to be part of this experience. And bless you all.
We would like to thank Ms. Kimberly Clark Sharp for sharing her story and also for her exceptional kindness. For more information about Ms. Kimberly Clark Sharp's work, please visit seattleiands.org. Elegant viewers, thank you for your company today. Coming up next is Hillside Animal Sanctuary, a countryside paradise, right after noteworthy news. With the grace of the divine, may you be blessed with greater clarity, wisdom, and joy with each passing day.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/ss.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/ss.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/ss.
Acara kami menyediakan banyak bahasa. Silakan lihat suprememastertv.com/schedule dan suprememastertv.com/ss.